guys, we are back again. It's your girl Pixie with the Bare Nigga Truth Podcast.
And it's your favorite cousin with the Bare Nigga Truth Podcast.
And we have with us today, introduce yourself.
My name is Clarissa. I'm from Manchester, England.
All right. Okay.
So how did you end up here
Yeah,
in the
tell us
US?
about that.
It's a long and painful story.
Okay.
Well, we got time. Let's go.
I was actually performing in the Middle East for about 5 years. I was out there in various bands. I was working with a few different celebrity artists would come over and entertain like the Navy and stuff.
Okay.
I'm not military, but I met my partner out there. I actually opened for Rick Ross in 2018, which was really cool. I was in Crown Plaza. I did like original music. I did a couple of the songs I performed tonight at the opening.
Yeah, I heard your set. You sound really good.
Thank you. It's been a long journey, and I ended up here, and then we had COVID and everything. I've just kind of been stuck here. I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna do with my life?
Yeah, that's what's up. I definitely I do understand too that you it's kind of a last minute addition to the show. So how was that like to get that call like the day before? Like, are you ready?
I'm always ready to perform.
Okay,
That's
okay.
what I do, and then that's what I love. I've got a huge passion for it.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of have to rush it a little bit around just driving, because everywhere's really far in America. You want to get down to the store, you got to drive like 3 miles.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, like, you can just walk everywhere. Like, I'm gonna get in a car and drive forever.
It's kind of like country city, so
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of close, but not really.
Yeah.
So look, let me ask you, what's your favorite song to perform? Because I heard you did a couple songs out there, and I was listening to you. I was doing my interview, but I was listening to you. So what's your favorite song to perform?
I don't know. There's so many songs that have just had a huge influence on my life. But I think the one that always goes down well, which I kind of get a really good vibe of people, is when I perform like Redbone, but I mix it in with Beauty Collins.
Okay.
So we get like a little mashup, but people really like that.
Yeah.
That, them drums and everything in there. Bam, bam, bam. It just gets people going and enjoy it. So if anyone's feeling good, I like it.
Okay, now you mentioned Bootsy Collins, so I gotta ask.
Right.
How
We
old
gotta
are
go
you?
there.
You ain't gotta give me exact age, just give me a range, like 20s or 30s, 30s or 40s, you know. Or you can just say it ain't even important, but it's definitely dope when I hear, artists especially give references to those from like the 60s, 70s and stuff like that. So, So you ain't gonna tell me.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
We were trying to figure out how old you were.
Oh. Yeah, I mean,
You ain't gotta tell me.
You don't have to answer that.
You ain't gotta tell me.
I don't think it is.
Okay. Oh, a lady never tells her age. Okay. All right, so we normally would ask you before you go on, what can we expect from your performance? But since you've already performed, could you tell us like what it feels like when you're performing? What do you get a rush? How is it for you?
It's kind of like a little bit of a rush. I'm always excited. I always need a pee right before I go on stage. Like, that's real quick, because it's just like it's a passionate thing, and you always just want to you want to feel that people are enjoying what you're doing. So
Right.
It's a little bit of pressure because you want to impress people, and I always want to have a good impression on people.
Right.
So like when you come off the stage, like that feeling when someone comes up to you and say, I enjoyed your performance, or that second song you did really touched an emotion, like how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel really good. I honestly think that sometimes I think people are their own worst critics. So if I know I've done something wrong when I'm performing, no one can make me feel better because I know I've done something wrong. But if people come up to me and they enjoyed it, it puts me a little bit more at ease. I think you become more of a perfectionist when you're performing a lot. You just want to be the best that you can be and always learn, strive to be the best, best artist you can be.
So give us a little bit of background on how you got into music. What started you to performing? What made you want to do this?
I've always loved music since I was little, Yeah, I honestly, I actually learned more classical and operatic styles as a youngster, like little choir sounds.
Right.
I actually was in a Christian fellowship when I was around 13. We did a lot of music there, and they always wanted me to sing lead and lead some of the worship and stuff. And then as I got a little older, I leaned more towards like R&B and soul, and then that just kind of flourished, especially as I've developed and worked with. I think that because I've worked with really good musicians, they've made me a better singer, they've made me a better artist, and you bounce and rubbing off from other people's talents, their influences, and you just, the more you surround yourself with great people, the more you develop as an individual.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
So, being with the different influences that you have, who would you say was probably your biggest influence, or not even your biggest influence, but who would you say your favorite artist?
I was just gonna
other
ask
than
that,
yourself right now. I know
Yeah. Because you're always your number one fan,
so
but
many.
yeah, who would you narrow it down to as far as your favorite artist?
You
Or
can give
who
us,
speaks
if you
to you
can't
the
do
most?
one, give us like three maybe.
If I can go off like their style and the way they make me feel, like, and I can constantly listen to their music, Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Neo
I listen to her in the gym. Like I listen to her songs on repeat. Like just her attitude, her energy is just.
So what's your favorite Erykah Badu song? I know she has a lot.
I love there's the one called I Want You. It's kind of progressive. She kind of like freestyles a lot on it. But if I'm gonna go for a more well-known one, I would say Only because I like the story behind it. She paints a picture of everything, which is kind of funny. And I actually wrote a song which was kind of inspired by that song. I called it "Get Your Own Ride." Instead of "Get Your Own Phone," like "Get Your Own Ride."
Yeah, you say "Get Your Own Ride." I ain't got one for you.
Sorry.
All right. So, what's the best advice you could give someone who's pursuing a music career?
Don't be afraid to put yourself in. How can I say it? Don't be afraid to come out of your comfort zone.
Okay.
Because that makes you grow.
Okay.
I left everything I knew, all my family, all my friends, to go to the Middle East where I knew no one, and to perform. And you just, once you're there, you've got no choice but to survive and just be the best you can be. Otherwise, you ain't gonna make it out there. They're gonna kick you out and be like, oh, we get someone better or whatever. Or someone's gonna, help us to, places want you to be. They want you to be admirable. They want to be able, people look at you and think, oh, I want to keep coming to this place, or they want to sell these tickets or whatever. So if you're not delivering that, they don't want you there. You have to develop that, and I kind of developed that a lot. And I was in demand everywhere. I had to make more money and with really cool people, and it helps you develop so much more. Because then I would work with other people who were better than me. I'm thinking, I don't like that they're better than me. I'm gonna grow now. This gives me the opportunity to become better or better than that. And I've worked with singers before who they had a bigger range or they style some certain way. I'm thinking, I need to pick my game up, and it makes me. It's like a rush.
Right. Gotta push yourself, test the limit sometimes.
Definitely. And where were you at in the Middle East?
Sorry?
When you were in the Middle East, what countries were you in?
I was in Bahrain, Dubai, and I was in Oman for a little bit, which was a little bit more conservative. Bahrain was where I was mostly at, which was near the Navy bases, but you would also have the Saudi Arabia bridge, which would come over, and then you get all the Saudis who come over and they want to party. It's like the Las Vegas in the Middle East, which is crazy,
Very nice over there. I can say
It's an amazing place.
I heard Dubai was really nice.
Yeah, Dubai is awesome.
Do you have any more questions?
Actually, I do. How can we find your music? Like, where can we? Are you registered with any Spotify or Apple Music? How can we find you?
So I have a lot of releases on Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, and Tidal. There's a lot of my releases on there. If you put in Clarissa, you can search Addicted by Clarissa or Better by Clarissa. There should be a new one on there called What the Hell by Clarissa. So I have to put that in because there's other people with a similar name to me. I'm on social media as well.
Okay.
I use @Thisisclarissa UK. And I recently got a website, which is pretty cool. I did it on myself. I'm trying to be more technical and trying to get better at promoting myself. So I developed my own website, which is thisisclarissa.com. I took the UK out because I'm not in the UK anymore, so I was like, I'll just put my main name.
Great. Is there anything that you want your people to know about you? Something that people wouldn't normally be able to look at you and tell?
I would say it's not easy, It's a hard road to go down, and you're gonna have things that get in the way, and you're gonna have to strive through it, but don't stop. Don't give up on your dream. Keep pushing, keep striving for what you believe in, and you'll get there eventually. you
Yeah,
know.
okay.
It comes, with hard work and perseverance.
Yeah, okay. Most
Put that
definitely.
time in. Gotta put that time in.
Yeah,
We definitely appreciate you stopping by.
definitely. Thank you so much for your time.
Hope you enjoy the rest of your night.
All right.
See you guys. Thank
All right,
you.
we out.